guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, looks like it has been quite some time since the last thoughts video that I did, and boy, I gotta say, I have to admit, probably since after the last one I did where I celebrated 200 thoughts videos talking about Mamoru Hosoda's Bell, I guess I didn't need to lay back for quite a while since after reaching that massive milestone for sure. So yeah, I guess it's actually quite fitting that I would go ahead and do that for sure. But thankfully, we're back to our normal schedule as always. Well, right up until we'll soon reach 300 thoughts videos later on, very soon. But we'll wait and see on that. And yeah, looks like we're back to doing what we do normally, which is, of course, talk about the latest movie that's released onto the big screen. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. So, yeah, I guess if anything, seeing how probably by the time this video goes live, the month of July is officially coming to a close right about now, and we're already on the midst of course, getting ourselves prepared for August, which is quite incredible, and I'm really quite thrilled that we're making it this far throughout this entire summer. I think maybe now's a good time for me to do what I do normally and catch the latest movie that has been released onto the big screen, and yeah, I'll admit, I know for sure for the next couple of months, I know for sure there's hardly any releases that would pique my interest for sure. Well, with only a couple of exceptions for sure. But hey, I guess for the time being, I think I might as well let this movie see what it'll do to actually, you know, give me something that'll actually be something that's worth watching for sure. So yeah, I guess you can pretty much get where I'm going at for sure. So yeah, I guess right about now, I think, believe it or not, I think we might as well dive into something that we did dive into several months ago, but hey, it's been a long time coming, and I think we're getting back to it right now, which is, of course, something from Marvel's rival for sure, DC Comics. So yeah, I guess it has been quite some time since I've delved into anything related to DC for sure, and well, I guess it'll be quite a long time before we'll get anything from the DC Extended Universe for sure. I mean, if anything, I'm already excited to see both Black Adam and Shazam Fury of the Gods that's coming up later this year. So yeah, I guess probably until then, I think we might as well dive right into this latest movie that has officially came out this weekend that, well, I have the privilege to go see right about now. So yeah, and I guess the only question remains, what will happen if you try to, of course, take DC, but combine that with pets for sure? Yeah, I think you can pretty much get where I'm going at with this one, but for those who don't, I guess for today's thoughts video, we're going to be diving into the latest movie that is not only from DC Comics, but is also the newest animated feature film from Warner Animation Group. Yep, the same guys that gave us pretty much such incredible movies such as the entire Lego Movie franchise and those other films that we hardly gag for sure, let alone see or remember entirely, if you know where I'm getting at. But hey, regardless, we're actually going to be diving into, of course, the latest movie from those two right about now, which is none other than DC League of Super Pets. So yeah, I guess quite fitting enough, it is, of course, the latest movie that has finally came out right about now, and boy, I've got a lot to say about this one. So yeah, I think you can pretty much see where I'm getting at with this. Alright, so before I can go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I guess a lot of you guys may be wondering, do I have any sort of a connection revolving around the SuperPets for sure? Well, that's hard to say at this point because, yeah, maybe, I guess the answer to that question, for me at least, is of course, sometimes yes, while other times not so much, for sure, because, yeah, I think I know for sure, I think in terms of anything related to a DC, there are some that I'm quite familiar with, like, of course, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and that's just to name a few right about now. But the SuperPets, I've hardly actually got myself fully admit onto the League of SuperPets for sure, or of course, as it was called in the comics, the Legion of SuperPets. Why they decided to call it League of SuperPets as opposed to Legion of SuperPets, I have no idea. But I think the only exception to this is, of course, probably when I was like a little kid, I did remember watching the really nice Crypto the Superdog TV show that used to air on Cartoon Network, which I have to say is actually quite a cute show in my opinion, but not really one of my favorites to be honest, huh? So yeah, other than that, I'm not quite entirely familiar with, of course, everything revolving around the SuperPets in general, so yeah, I guess it's safe to say that's one part of DC that I never got myself fully into, to be honest, right about now, but hey, what would you expect right about now? And this is coming from me who, yeah, I think I have nothing else to say on the hang. I think you can pretty much get the clear picture on where I'm going at with this. So yeah, other than that, I guess if anything, I do recall that aside from, of course, pretty much having that barely eligible knowledge of course, the SuperPets in general, I guess in terms of this movie, however, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I knew right away from the trailers right about now, I wasn't really that excited to see it for sure. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I do like the idea of course, a movie centered around the DC SuperPets for sure, but I guess in all honesty, I think in terms of the trailer, I wasn't really that hooked, to be honest. I do felt that it did kind of give away almost a ton of what's going on for sure, but at the same time, I do love the some of the incredible ideas they decide to throw into, of course, this one to try its best to make it all the more interesting and engaging for sure, which, yeah, I'll be honest, I think that is pretty much from what I've gathered based on what I've actually seen in the trailers for sure. But other than that, I wasn't really that excited to see it for sure. It just really didn't got me that gripping or even that interested for sure. But needless to say, despite what I have to say, I guess it kind of makes sense that I would actually go and see the film for myself, just to see will go down for sure, and see if it could actually try its best to prove me wrong and be something that's good. So yeah, and of course, once again, thanks to the kind people over at Crown City Cinemas, I was of course lucky enough to actually see this movie for what it is, and yeah, I guess if anything, I just literally got back from, of course, seeing it earlier tonight, and I guess it's after seeing it, a lot of you guys may be wondering, what do I think of this movie overall? Well, I guess if anything, yeah, I think it's safe to say it's kind of meh. Yeah, that's pretty much what I thought. It's pretty much meh at best. Yeah, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's actually that great of a film, to be honest, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's actually terrible for sure. I'm just kind of split down the middle, of course, all that, which, yeah, some parts of it I think they did well, while other times I just did kind of feel a bit let down for sure from what it's actually doing. So yeah, I guess if anything, it's pretty much from what I can gather. I don't think this movie is that good or bad. It's just kind of a little bit underwhelming for sure. So yeah. I think you can pretty much get where I'm going at with, of course, this one. So yeah. Alright. Alright, so now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about what I need to talk about for sure. First of all is, of course, the story for, of course, this movie, and I won't lie, I think, if anything, in terms of its story for sure, again, I actually do like some of the ideas that they actually decide to go for with, of course, this one, just being a whole Justice League type superhero movie, but with, of course, pets, like, of course, pretty much dogs, Turgle, pretty much a, yeah, kind of a couple of odd ones, like a pig and a squirrel. Yeah, who in the right mind would actually want to keep a squirrel as a pet? I mean, I sure as hell don't. Have you actually seen squirrels in real life? Yeah, I know they're quite cute to look at, but they're one type of animal that I'm pretty sure you do not want to mess with. I'm just saying, so. But yeah, I actually do like the ideas that they decide to go for with, of course, this movie for sure. And from what I've actually seen, it does kind of look like, from what I'm seeing, it actually does look like something that would actually be quite interesting to look at. Well, I guess if anything, I think it does get parts of the hang down well, but other times I guess if anything, from what I'm actually seeing, the story, for the most part, well, yeah, mostly, not entirely, for sure, yeah, I just kind of felt that pretty much, it's doing what every other superhero team-up movie has done before in the past, which, yeah, does kind of get annoying to witness for sure, let alone very boring for sure, but I think I wouldn't necessarily put it on the annoying category for sure, but I think it does come close to being on the boring category for sure. Like, yeah, maybe I think if anything, you could have made this story for, of course, this movie all the more interesting by throwing in some stuff that could work well to fitting with the style of this story, but instead, it's just kind of like what you would expect for sure. It's not really that engaging to look at, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's done poorly for sure. But yeah, that's what I can gather for, of course, the story for, of course, this movie. And as for the film's writing, I have to say, again, it does have some good ideas thrown into it, but I just kind of felt that maybe I think the film's writing, let alone its screenplay in general, could have gone through like maybe another draft for sure to actually make it all the more gripping for sure, let alone all the more fantastic. But I guess if anything, that's not from what I've seen for, of course, this movie for sure. I mean, it does try, don't get me wrong, but not really something that would get me hooked on all the way, so yeah, that's what I can gather for, of course, the writing for, of course, this one, and not to mention the film's comedy, I have to say. Yeah, I think I will have to say there is a bit of a comedy, of course, this movie, and in case you want to know how I feel about it, again, I do like some of the ideas for, of course, a good number of the jokes they threw into it, but if anything, pretty much on paper, yeah, they can work on paper for sure, but in execution, yeah, you know, for the fact that you end up cringing at those really terrible dad jokes that you constantly keep on hearing over and over again. That's mainly part of the comedy in this movie for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I didn't necessarily get myself a good laugh for sure. And yeah, I think there are some where I did come close to getting a good chuckle out of it, but no, none of them actually got a good laugh for sure. Mainly because they, again, they weren't executed very well, or if anything, they decided to go for the lazy route for these jokes for sure. So yeah, but still, yeah, clearly with, of course, those three that I mentioned, they did have some potential for sure, but I just don't think they're actually executing that well for sure, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've actually got those three out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about the next couple of things that I should talk about. First of all is, of course, the characters, and I won't lie, I think pretty much, if anything, the characters I will have to say, I think I really do get a good kick out of them for sure. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say they're bad characters for sure, and yeah, pretty much a good number of them do have some really good potential to actually be very gripping for sure, and something that would actually get me to actually root for those for sure. But my only problem with them is that I just don't think they're actually that developed pretty well, let alone be that pretty much that interesting for sure. So yeah, I think if anything, I do like some of the idea for, of course, the characters for sure, and again, they do have good potential, but I just don't think they're actually that interesting, in my opinion. Like, maybe you could have actually give them a whole lot more development, and I would actually be fully in the merits of course, these characters for sure, but we hardly ever get any of that for sure, So yeah, that's what I can say for, of course, the characters in, of course, this movie. But in terms of the actors playing all these characters, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, stepping off the little bit of the negative side of things and a little bit something more positive, I won't lie, I say they did cast some pretty good actors to play all these characters for sure, and in the end, I do think they actually did pull off some pretty good performances, in my opinion. Like if anything, I really do admire pretty much Crypto, played by, of course, Dwayne Johnson for sure, and yeah, I won't lie, I think from the way Dwayne Johnson actually is portraying Crypto, I think, again, despite his character not really that developed or interesting quite well, I won't lie, I do like his good performance in, of course, this movie for sure. I mean, granted, I think there may be some parts of it where I do think he's a little off for sure, but if anything, I'm actually, yeah, I guess if anything, I say he does a fine job for sure. But I guess in terms of an excellent performance from Dwayne Johnson, we shall have to wait and see when Black Adam comes around for sure. So yeah, Dwayne Johnson, you are a good actor and everything, and you've actually made a kid's birthday present very well. So can you just please focus more on Black Adam so that way we can get some real DC movies now? I'm just saying. So yeah. I guess that's what I can say for that, and yeah, another thing I should mention is that, I won't lie, I think in terms of, pretty much, getting some decent development, but not enough to actually, make it all the more, gripping, is, of course, Ace, played by, Dwayne Johnson's longtime movie pal, Kevin Hart, for sure. So yeah, I won't lie, Kevin Hart, I have seen him in plenty of good movies for sure. And let's not forget to mention, I did talk about the two Jumanji sequels where he actually appeared alongside Dwayne Johnson for sure. And he was actually really funny in, of course, those two movies for sure. But yeah, I guess if anything, from what I'm actually seeing, Kevin Hart, of course, this movie, I won't lie, I think I do admire the way on how much he's trying to make his character work through some pretty nice development for sure. But at the same time, I just kind of felt that pretty much his regular old routine and stuff to actually get a good laugh for sure, and any comedy for sure is a little bit muddled down for sure, so that way we're actually seeing a reduced version of Kevin Hart instead of full-on Kevin Hart for sure. So yeah, I think it's what I can say on that, and I should also mention Kate McKinnon as, of course, the villain for sure. Again, I think I will have to say she's not really that terrible for sure, but I will give her credit. She actually does do a fine job in doing what she's doing and making her character work for sure. I think I do want to see Kate McKinnon and, of course, more animated villain roles. I mean, well-developed animated villain roles for sure. I'm looking at Kate McKinnon's villain role in Leap. I'm just saying, so yeah. And, of course, I know a lot of you guys are expecting me to also mention Keanu Reeves as Batman. Yeah, pretty much short, sweet, to the point. I won't lie. Keanu Reeves as Batman is passable. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think. He's just passable at best. So yeah, I guess if anything, both the characters, if anything, they're not bad for sure, but I just don't think they're that developed or interesting. But the actors did a fine job giving out some good performances regardless. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. First off is, of course, well, seeing how this is a animated film from Warner Brothers, I should mention the animation for sure, and I won't lie, I actually think the animation, of course, this movie is actually done pretty well, to be honest. I not only like the designs for, of course, a good number of characters. Like, I won't lie, Crypto actually looks really, really cute in this movie. I love the way how well he's designed for sure. In terms of the film's animation for sure, and I really do like the nice backgrounds and color schemes they decide to throw into it, and I guess another thing I should also mention to go alongside the animation, I do love the incredible visuals for sure to actually make it all the more interesting to look at for sure. So yeah, I guess that's what I can say on that. Visually, yeah, pretty much on the film's visuals, it actually does look nice, but the animation really does do a fine job for sure. I mean, granted, I don't think it's actually great animation for sure, but I say they did a fine job giving out what they could for sure. So yeah, I guess that's what I can say for that part. And of course, the rest I have to say, well, I will have to say the action, of course, this movie, I wouldn't necessarily say it's that terrible for sure, but at the same time, I just don't think it's actually that exciting, to be honest. Like, you have some really cool ideas for some really good action scenes in your superhero movie, and, well, as we all know, superhero movies are meant to be, well, fun for sure, and yeah, I won't lie, I think the animation, pretty much, the action, of course, of this movie is that, granted, it does have good ideas to actually make it incredible to watch, but I just don't think it's actually that gripping for me for sure. And of course, the cinematography for sure. Yeah, I won't lie, it does provide some good camera shots, but not really enough to actually be incredible to look at for sure. So yeah, and of course the editing, I have to say, through the film's editing, kind of felt like that pretty much a good number of parts goes by so fast, and of course there are some scenes that are left in the cutting room floor that could have actually could have been added back in to make it all the more better, but yeah, I guess if anything, I really think they should have put in a whole lot for sure. So yeah, and of course the most important thing that I can say is that it does have some good ideas from what it's actually doing for sure, and for this movie it does try its best for what it wants to do, but I just don't think it actually really got me all that good, let alone be something that's worth a couple hours of your time for sure. So yeah, I guess with all that combined, that pretty much is what I can say about this movie for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much everything that I have to say about this movie. So yeah, overall, DC League of Super Pets, for while I have to say, it does have some good ideas that they want to throw into it. I just kind of felt that at the same time, it just kind of wastes its time from, of course, having some really good potential in what it wants to do, and wasn't really something that really got me into something that I would actually watch and admire for sure. And I know that's saying a whole lot because, if anything, there are other animated superhero movies that are done a whole lot better than this for sure. And again, I think I do feel bad for saying this because, again, parts of this movie, I actually do think there are some good ideas that they want to throw into it to actually make it interesting. I mean, pretty much a whole superhero movie about the pets of course, any of the DC superheroes, let alone every single member of the Justice League. You could actually do something really great for sure. But instead, I think I'm kind of left with, of course, a kind of meh movie at best. And yeah, probably the best way I can say about this movie is that think of it as, of course, The Secret Life of Pets, but with, of course, DC superheroes thrown into it for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, that's pretty much how I felt about this movie. And I mean, yeah, sure, don't get me wrong, I think I know for sure, say what you will about the other movies I've actually seen, but I'll give them credit, they actually do have some really unique ideas that actually did work for sure. Like, of course, Minions: The Rise of Gru, I was expecting for it to be kind of meh at best, but it did surprise me from what I've actually seen, which did actually result in, of course, a pretty good movie. Jordan Peele's Nope that I talked about last time actually provided some really good ideas to throw into it, which got me fully engaged from what I'm seeing. And again, despite its faults, I had a good time actually seeing Thor: Love and Thunder for sure. So, but I guess in the case of this movie, yeah, I think I wouldn't necessarily say it's kind of a pretty much a well, a pretty decent film by all means, and it is passable to say the least, but I think it's hard to say if I'll actually recommend it for sure. And I mean, so yeah, I think if you got, like, say, little kids, I think they might like this movie fine. But for me, I think, if anything, I think I might as well stick to my focus on, of course, real DC movies for sure, So yeah, I guess if anything, that's pretty much how I felt about this movie overall. So yeah, for my final score, yeah, I guess seeing how it is kind of a meh movie at best, I'll give this one a 5 out of 10 as my final score. Like I said, I don't really think it's actually that terrible by all means, like one of the worst movies I've actually seen, nor do I think it's actually that great or of course that gripping or even that interesting. I'd say that's a perfect definition of this movie being okay. Yeah, I mean, you want to see the animation be good, and you want to see the actors pull off some good performances while the rest just kind of feel okay and almost a bit muddled down for sure. Well, that's what you're gonna get. An okay movie for sure. So yeah. I guess if anything, I think it's pretty much what I can say about this movie for sure. It's hard for me on whether or not to recommend it entirely, but I think it's safe to say that it is one of those movies where, in my opinion, I will admit, it exists. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest video, and by all means, let me know in the comment section below if you have seen DC League of Super Pets and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites that I have provided with, of course, the links down in the description box below. And of course, support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of on my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest Thoughts video, and literally on the last day of July around about now. That's gotta be impressive for sure, so I'll be really excited to see what we'll have in store for, of course, August next month for sure, because, yeah, I guess if anything, in terms of any new movies that are gonna be coming out, it'll be very hard to say on which ones that'll pique my interest for sure. Well, with only one exception, that I am looking into actually see when it actually does come out. But we shall wait and see on that. I mean, besides, I've got plenty of other videos that I want to get going for sure, so I'll be sure to let you guys know once they do finally come out from yours truly for sure. But I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.